Rightio, it is 10:25 on the 1st of September 2018 and I am on the road! Yes! I'm really pleased. It's come a little bit unexpected. Got the bullet from the job and yeah, probably the best thing that happened to me. Could have done with more money, but I was trying to pay everything off, but that didn't work. But I'm back on the road again. And what's happening is I'm going to head to Albany. I'm going to go to Narrogin, a place called Narrogin. I've got to pick up my credit card. I had it posted there because typically it was due to expire in August. So that's where I'm heading. That's about 300 k's from here, and I'm not very fit. As you can possibly hear, I'm already looking for breath up this tiny little hill as I pull out of home. But that's the idea of leaving now. It gives me a month to get to Albany, where I'm going to meet Anthony. And we're going to ride the Munda Biddi from Albany back up to Perth. So this is actually a bit of a godsend for me because of my level of fitness. I've been stuck behind a bench for an office desk for 4 months, and at my age, which is 57, coming up 58, that makes a huge difference. I had a few little things I had to sort out. I have a lot of weight because I literally just grabbed everything out of the fridge. So I've got things like jars of sauerkraut, marinated asparagus, man. Yeah, so make no doubt of it, I shall be eating them as quickly as I possibly bloody can. Oh man. Now my idea is, if I can knock out, I don't know, maybe 30 k's today, I'd be quite happy. I've got about 8 k's of bitumen, tar, and then I'm onto the gravel. I'm going to be using all the back roads, so yeah, I shall be on the gravel for the majority of the time. My seat needs adjusting, I keep sliding forward, but I'll put up with it for a couple of hours because I want to make a few k's. Right, that's about it for the minute. We'll chat later. Good to be on the road again. Hope you enjoy the trip. See you later. The one bonus about weight, it might be hard going up the hills, but you've only got to have a small decline and you click along at 40k an hour. No pedaling. Gotta be happy with that. First wildlife. Don't know if you saw that on the video. Rabbits. Right, I have done a magnificent 8.5 kilometres, and as you see, I'm now turning off and starting on the first little dirt section, which happens to be a really nice road. And it takes me down through a place called Billy Cutting Reserve, which, had I left yesterday afternoon, was where I was going to camp. However, today I will possibly carry on past there. Now, we've got onto this clay base here, which we've just had a whole stack of rain. I was a little bit concerned it wasn't going to be dry, but it is. However, it is quite soft. So where I was whizzing along at 20 k's an hour on the bitumen, I'm now whizzing along at 13 k's an hour on the clay base, and trust me, I'm working my little ass off. So that's it for the mow. We shall chat again one day. I'll leave this on for a bit and hopefully we'll pick up a few of the birds screeching their heads off, which are pink and grey galahs and Port Lincoln ringnecks. Rightio, chat later. 12 k's an hour. They look like some little orchids back there. I'm just going to go back and have a quick look. This area is known for orchids up around Mucka here, Mukinbudint. So I shall just whiz back. And have a look. Bye. They were cleverly disguised as everlastings. Little group of pink everlastings. Very cunning, because that means no one will see that they're orchids. I've just spotted some really nice everlastings over there. We're going for a walk. No gimbal, no nothing. That's a little sinkhole. When it rains here, these are quite common. The ground really swells, and there's these tiny little miniature sinkholes. This is what we're going to be in this year. This year's, with any luck, going to be a really nice wildflower year. Because of the rain, we've had it all at the right time in August, and that means in September, and right through until early October, we get carpets of these. Now this is only a very small carpet, but nonetheless, further north, you get massive carpets. We're talking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of acres, if not thousands of acres of these. They go absolutely insane. I like treading on them. I'd like to get into the middle of them. Rightio, so we'll shoot from here like this, and there you go. No gimbal. Too lazy. We'll get my act into gear about 3 weeks into the trip, no doubt. Okay, that's it. That's enough of carpets of flowers. Some of us have got work to do, miles to make, We can't all be sitting around Googling at a computer screen, wishing we were there. Did you like that floor? Other than that little bit, I was doing all right there until I hit that, wasn't I? Something's not quite right here. It's all gone a bit pear-shaped. My master plan hasn't worked. Rightio. Okay. We'll do a manual fade to black here. Pretty good, eh? Right. I've worked my way up the track a little bit, and I'm just going to show you what I'm hoping to get my water from on this trip, because we've had such glorious rains. Well, for Western Australia we have, you know, for places like the west coast of Canada and the east coast of Canada and those sort of joints. Up in Arnhem Land as well, we've had maybe a day's rainfall. But for Western Australia, we've had an absolute truckload, and this is the product of it. And I hope to use this water. I have a special. Oh, look here, look here. This is, I don't know if you can see this very clearly in the what's the name, the video, but that's an emu footprint down there. The emu's been very relaxed, she's been very relaxed, it's been very relaxed. Whatever the bloody hell it was very relaxed. And as you can tell by the size of the steps, they don't, it's not in a hell of a hurry. She's a bit soft just here, certainly is. I don't know what else has walked through here, but something with a considerable amount of weight because it's sunk in. Anyway, yeah, that's just to show you. Puddles. Puddles that I shall be getting my water from. Yummy rainwater. Nice and clean. Well, it will be when I've filtered it. Right, this here, I just thought I'd just give you a quick little view of the bike. Big fat dummy. And one thing I've already noticed is the wheelbase is so long that when I hit a bump, I don't hit it again on the back wheel when I expect it to, as I normally would, which was quite a surprise to me. The mudguard, don't pay too much attention to that, she's a bit dodgy. I took that off another unit I had. She'll be right though, mate. We're in Australia, who gives a shit? Right, I was going to try not to swear on this this trip too. Hey, that'll be a bit of a challenge for me. Rightio, we're going back in the cradle, and we shall chat at a later date. I had to do a quick stop. Look, here we have super fresh emu poo. Check that out. Now that is super fresh, man. Now, hang on, I'll get a stick. Here, look, here's a stick. I'll get a stick and show you how super fresh this is. Here we go. Oh, you don't get it much fresher than that, man. That's super fresh emu poo. Look at that ant. You'll notice he's not chasing the emu poo. Once the emu's eaten it, there's not a lot left in it, I don't doubt. Here, look, here's a little set of ants here. Have a look at them. They've all run back down their hole when they saw me. Come on, guys, I'm not that ugly. Anyway, that's it. Super fresh emu poo. Those tracks down there, I reckon that was the same emu. Right, that's super exciting, wasn't it? I knew you were waiting for that. So I'm on a typical gravel road now. This is typically what I'll be travelling down or along, and they're very pleasant because, generally speaking, they're very quiet, which is quite nice, and they're pretty well compacted. So what am I doing now? I'm doing 14k an hour roughly, along this little section here. You won't pick it up in the video, but it's a slight uphill rise. Right, it's 20 past 2 and I've done 31 kilometres. I'm feeling it too, trust me. Big hills in this part. Too scared to lie down. I'm sitting in my chair because I'm too scared to lie down because the crows come along and try and pick my eyes out, so I don't want that. So I'm sitting in my little chair having a little rest. I stopped for 20 minutes and had lunch. That was super fab. I was going to sit under this tree over here. Look, I'll turn the camera around. This tree under here looks rather magnificent, but it's making a cracking noise, so I thought, I picked up my chair and moved away from there. Gives me more chance to run. If it goes over, my chair will probably get munted, but hey. So 31 Ks, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm feeling it. I don't really want to overdo it today, but there's another piece of bush down the road which is about 5 kilometres away, and then after that there's no scrub for another sort of like 40 Ks or 50 Ks, so I think it's about 40 Ks tomorrow. Not that that'll bother me, I'll camp on the side of the road if I have to. But this is quite a nice little spot, and I thought, oh, it's a bit early though to stop, you know. So I thought, oh, I'll get the chair out and have a bit of a sit down and see what I think in about 20 minutes. I'll just pan the camera around a little bit. Don't always have to see my ugly mug, do you? So we'll pan around here. This, believe it or not, is an abandoned town. Used to be. Back in the day. I don't know when the day was, but you see you might be able to see a stop sign way off in the distance there. That's the old railway line. It's no longer in use. It says look for trains. Stop, look for trains. Should be a sign under it saying if you do see one, ring the railways department, because it's obviously lost. All going pretty well. Everything on the bike's going really well. Oh man, the only thing that's not going so well is my legs. Oh, here look, I'll rest the camera on my knee. It's easier than holding it. Should get a little tripod out, but I'm too lazy. Yeah, so all's going pretty well, can't complain. I mean, I should stop my whinging. I only left at 10:30, 2:30. I stopped here. I've stopped half an hour, 20 minutes as I say, for lunch. That was quite pleasant. And so I've been riding a little over 3 hours. I'd worked out I rode about 3.5 hours when I got here, and done 31 Ks, so I'm pretty happy with that. First day out, 4 months off the bike. Can't whinge about that, can we? Trying to think of something else to say, but I can't. So I reckon I'm not going to say anything. I reckon I'll lie here face down so the crows can't get to me eyes, eh? Okay, we'll be chatting later, I reckon. See ya. So I'm sitting in the tent. I carried on after the break, and I did about 33.8 or something like that kilometres, which I'm pretty pleased with. I was pretty tired at the end of the day, pretty knackered. I took a little video with the phone, and I'll incorporate at the end to give you an idea of the campsite. I've also incorporated a screenshot of the day's route. The blue line is where I've been, There's a yellow dot. The yellow dots are waypoints, and you'll see one at the beginning of the blue line, that's home. Then down towards the end you'll see one that has small writing that says Camp 1. That's just for people that are interested. The other thing that it has on it is a range ring, which across the whole of the range ring is 10 kilometres. So each ring is worth 1 kilometre, and it goes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 centre, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I will try and incorporate both those things, and that'll be it for today. I'm pretty knackered. I'm looking forward to a good rest. I don't really ache. I don't have any pains. I probably pushed maybe 3 kilometres of the total daily trip, and we'll see how I pull up in the morning, eh? See if I'm crawl out of the tent crying, or if I pull up okay. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the first day. I'm out of here. Night night. Sleep tight. I reckon I will. Now I'm looking for the bloody button that stops the recording, because it's dark and I can't see anything. Got it. See ya. Right, this is on the phone and it's in landscape mode, and I'm just going to test it to see if it works, to integrate it. Rightio, so here is where I've camped. It's a very nice little position. I'll zoom right around, but I'll pan right around, but the sun will become a bit of an issue because I'll be panning into the sun. But you can see I've got a little rock pool here, which is quite nice. We'll do a full 360, eh? Go all the way around. I've done 33.8 kilometres, 34 for all intents and purposes. Kilometres, I'm pretty pleased with that. I can feel it, that's for sure. But, I'm basically on the highest point of the ride, well, today's ride. So I'm getting good signal here as well. I'll make a few phone calls and maybe even try and upload this to the net. I should have done a little time-lapse photograph of me putting the tent up, but I'm just too knackered, man. Okay, that's it. We'll chat later.